Pennies to dollars. Primed and poised, the final approach to something altogether new is looking you straight in the eye. Neither one side nor the other can stand alone before the awesome power of time's reconciliation with its measure. Your preparation is complete, heart in balance with the 0 point between all factors, vision lensed through trust. The perception of love resolves, and as it does, you are called to slacken the tension that's held you back from certain doom. A fusion of the essence of self strengthens you. Not a moment too soon, but you're afforded a span to bring yourself together before embarking into time unveiled. For better or worse, you've chosen love as the way. Before barreling headlong into the unknown, you're given the signal to pay attention to the road ahead. Love has opened your eyes, perhaps, but you are aware of the fact that within the unknown, even the keenest vision can have its limitations. With that wisdom tucked into your hat, you're on your way. Oscillations have come to a standstill. You align yourself perfectly between the push and pull of polarized discussion, aiming for the 0 point through which epiphany emerges. You choose to meet it. You choose well. Having sussed out the particulars demanded of you in this moment, you are free to carry on a new arrangement with fate's decree. Perhaps, in the flurry of activity, you can negotiate to your favor some hitherto unknown factors. It's possible, you know. Because you were where you were just a short while ago, you couldn't see them as something to be considered at all. Could you even have imagined it? Perhaps, but truth be told, what you have in front of you, staring at you fixedly from the other side of the gap, is beyond what you could have pieced together, even with all the images and scenarios you've fed your fertile mind with. Set aside all the fictions, fairy tales, and false hopes. Also the fears, for they will only manifest as uneven footing. You've earned the right to passage. Now that it's in front of you, what will you do? Love beckons in a way you scarcely dared hope. Courage rises in the face of the unknown. So now the question arises, how prepared are you to allow yourself free entry into the picture opening before you? If you're tired from the effort exacted of you to guard where you direct your precious energy, relax and consider the conditions. You can continue to stay on guard. Indeed, it's wise to know what you're doing, or at least to have a perspective of self-observation that's couched in an elevated state of mind. Yet the growing realization is coming over the horizon for you and for many that the moment you've been waiting for is arriving. Worry about it will prove to be counterproductive, as will any stubborn holding back of your power. Settle into yourself. No one, no agency, no ideology can steal your soul now. You've been weathering the storm, yes, and battered as you've become, your true essential self is polished to perfection. Your innate energy is gleaming with clarity. All the factors are lining up to bolster any choice you now make. The lens you've settled on looking through suits the conditions as they are finding accord. Distortion relieved, it's starting to make sense. If you can realize that this is the thing you are banking on, you can release the tension that threatens the deeper sense of security that's been on guard for so long. Maybe it doesn't look like you thought it would. Maybe it's diametrically opposed to the prerequisites you decided on long ago. Having found a lens that sharpens your sight, take a fresh look and let yourself relax your grip on what you thought ought to be. Any forward motion is best taken with full readiness. You have a moment to gather yourself. After all, what you're facing is something unprecedented. How can you be prepared based on what you had planned on before the revelations were made? Like the flower opens its petals to the light, so time reveals its station to a mind aware. In the stillness of the in-between, gather yourself. What was is settling into a space of welcome naturally encoded into your core self. Essences both new to your palate and known as truth converge to feed your soul. Energies rising prod you to make that dive into the future, into a new space of time, into a new sense of self. Consider the moment. If indeed what you face is a turning point, you must understand the physics involved. Are you aware that answering the call rising in your veins, coursing through your being, requires of you something like a sacrifice? As any choice leaves something to die, this movement toward life will require you to let go of what had been, fully, without regret, without a backward glance. Whatever delay presents itself now is a well-machined interlude in the apparatus of time. Use it to its full potential. Reflect and strengthen your resolve, not by muscling up your singular force, but by allowing the timeless aspects of self to assemble, gleaming in perfection. This moment invites your wholeness to participate. What happens when you do the same is nothing short of transformational. Ready? Of course you are. This week's contemplation from the pages of Opalescence. There is no need to be encased in the thought forms of who I am, in the now of revelation of who you are becoming. Higher vibrations shatter brittle matter. In the purity of the vibration of now, in the light of pure divinity and purified understanding, it is possible to lose the encumbering, involuted envelope of this being you may not even recognize as yourself, and shed the bricks of a self-imposed fiction, a wall separating this being who you were from the being of intent, of perfecting love, and inner source-connected light who approaches. Thank you for listening. If you like this channel, please be sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can keep up with all the new videos that come out. I thank you all for your kind support, and if you are interested in helping this channel along, please visit ko-fi.com/divine9, where you can buy a coffee or subscribe for monthly support. Everything's greatly appreciated and helps extend the mission of the League of Light. Please visit me at ninespath.com and explore all of the books and videos and writings and drawings that the League of Light has transmitted through me, and be ready to change your world. Until next time, have a great week.